Welcome to 108 Gate. We are going to be doing the Divine Feminine reading first. Before that, I just wanted to say I'm now working on incorporating all those things that I've said I'm going to be doing, such as longer guided meditations. We have to wait a bit, but so starting off with including the tuning forks. So there will be some tuning fork meditations, and you'll see a separate playlist for that, and I'll let you know when those start going up, and also incorporating these in with the reading. So I will do the beginning of a reading, and when I pick up the card, then you know that the actual reading started. So if you don't like to and don't want to hear the frequency, then you can always pause it. I will give you a moment to pause it if you don't want to hear it, and then I will let you know which chakra we are going to be listening to the correct tone for. So frequency, this one is for the throat chakra, and here we go. So now we go into the reading for the Divine Feminine. Definitely beneficial. Right, so here we go. Enthusiasm, bringing in new level of enthusiasm, new kinds of enthusiasm, and just generally like pepping up. It's like you had I've seen like a ball of enthusiasm, kind of like the orange blossom, the orange there, and the it's got dust on it. It's like a crystal kind of version of it, or actually let me see if I can find a crystal version of it, or it's like a glass orange, or a glass kind of sphere that's got dust on it, and that's like representing the enthusiasm. And the dust on it is showing that you have it within you. You have the ability to be enthusiastic. You have the ability to be really motivated to do the correct things for yourself. And somewhere along the lines it's disappeared. Somewhere along the line it's been dissipated. It's been kind of hidden from yourself under all that dust. So clearing that dust, clearing that block. Devotion. What have you been devoted to? This feels more so of like in the past you were connected with something, you were doing something, you were focused on something, and you've let it slip and slide away. It might not be that it's noticeable, because it's kind of, it was there prominent, and then it kind of in time and with life happening and this, that and the other, it's kind of fell away. So bringing it back to your life, bringing it back into your daily routine or your weekly routine, bringing it back to your focus. So is there a certain artistic thing that you were doing, or is it that you were practicing a certain ritual? And I don't mean, again, I'm going to reiterate, because it does get very, very confusing. I don't mean something that locks you into something. I mean more of the liberating thing. So you're doing something that's beneficial for your health. You're doing something that's beneficial for you long term, and it's good for you, but you're not reliant on it. But you can still function without it, but at the same time it enhances you. Getting that refined, getting that understood, getting that incorporated, so you know that you're not dependent on it, but you know that when you do it and when you have it, it enhances you. So like the tuning forks, it's not like I can't function without the tuning forks, but it's nice to have that as an additional thing to just kind of like move the energies around and move the mood sometimes around. So remembrance of the things that you used to do, you used to enjoy. Which of those things have you let go of, and which of those things have you kind of just let dissipate? It's like regathering yourself, recollecting certain parts of you, dusting off that glass or porcelain or The reason I'm saying glass or porcelain is because it feels like it's very delicate. It's a part of you that's needs nurturing, and there's it's so delicate that you kind of just put it aside, or you've let someone else take it from you. So there's examples coming up, but I don't think it's... let's just see what the cards say first. Right, there you go. Clarity coming in. So you may not quite understand what it is yet. You might not quite know what it is. It might be that some of you have an instant, like, I know what I've got to do. I've got to reconnect with my typing, or I've got to reconnect with writing. I've got to reconnect with hikes. I've got to reconnect with cooking. Whatever it is that you're reconnecting with, how does it make you feel? And trying to remember, how did it used to make you feel before it kind of went into the background of things. It does feel like it's on the back burner. It's on the past memories, rather than it being present and nurturing you still. The thing about this is, it's not that you're just bringing in something that you used to enjoy. The point for this is about, when did it go? How did it go? How much of it was somebody else coming in and kind of like hiding it from you? So for example, what I mean is, if you had a daily routine or a weekly kind of set routine, that you did a particular exercise routine, and then someone comes into your life and you start focusing more so on their needs, on their requirements and things like that. So then your ritual, healthy ritual, I need to be really careful, your routine gets changed. But the thing is, it's not just reduced to twice a week. Is then reduced to once a week, is then actually eliminated from your life. And before you know it, that kind of slow elimination of it from your life means that you didn't quite notice that it had gone, until all of a sudden you realise, oh, hang on a second, I used to do this. Hang on a second, I used to enjoy doing that. This is then the key of where you're going to reclaim yourself back and now strengthen yourself. Because when those things were taken from you, or they were hidden from your attention, they were hidden from your focus, they're hidden from your consciousness, there's something that happened for you to surrender it. There was something that took a higher priority than what you were doing. So what was it? How did you decide to let go of that was beneficial to you, to be then focused on something else? Was it actually more beneficial for you, or was it less beneficial? So there's loads of questions coming up around this, which are, it sounds like a weird thing to say and a way to say it, but designed and to enhance you, which is kind of fitting that the tuning forks have been there now, definitely for a few weeks, and it's now that it's coming into the readings rather. So, and like I said, all those things that I said I want to do, I am working on incorporating them. It's just that certain things happen and priorities, like I said, but I am working on it, just to let you know. So, Empress, taking charge of those things were good for me, those things worked for me, those things made me feel positive, those things made me feel uplifted. I enjoyed paying that me time to something constructive. I enjoyed giving myself that time to do something that really nurtures me, my soul, my energy field, my it may be even that you have found a way of making it as income, and you've kind of want to take it a step further, and then some way, shape or form, you've let it go. Some way, shape or form, it's been hidden from you. So this orange blossom that's coming through as like a porcelain or glass representation of your enthusiasm is asking for you to like run it under some hot water, because it's not only just the dust that's on it, but it's the energy that's been put on it, like dampening and hiding your enthusiasm for things. It's really needing a detox and a clean. So this is a time when you'd be doing it not because it's part of a conscious like a communal. Wow, all the words going all funny. Throat chakra, we just did throat chakra tuning fork. Interesting. it's not part of the consumerist kind of perspective of things. It's simply like the same thing as when you're cleaning your house. You clean your house because it needs a general clean. It needs that upkeep. It needs that sustaining of well-being. Then there's other things that are just, they're futile and they don't actually have a purpose, but you do it anyway. There's a difference between doing things for vanity, insanity of vanity, the low frequency vanity. Then there's difference between doing things because they're actually beneficial and they actually serve a purpose, and it keeps you motivated, it keeps you on top of things. So you discern the difference how you need to, how you want to. I don't think it's fully explained there, but I'm sure it'll come out in the wash. So getting that blossom, that representation, the glass, porcelain, or whatever it is, it's delicate, it's breakable. Like your enthusiasm feels really delicate. So it's like somebody could say a certain thing, or they could, or in the past they've said something, or they've commented, or they've given you constructive criticism, which wasn't actually constructive. It was just really mean criticism. Those things have kind of shattered the enthusiasm. It's about collecting it back up. It's about you reconnecting with that enthusiasm and understanding that you can take it forward. So here we have the Emperor bringing in clarification around this, bringing in the clarity of what to do. You may think that, oh, it's just a phase, or it was just a small hobby or whatever, but there's some of these things were actually giving you and providing you with certain skills and practices and way of being attentive to certain things, being attentive to your self-care, which are essential, but then they're not obvious things. So it's a matter of bringing it back again. And interestingly enough, I'm saying about the orange blossom and the porcelain glass, and we've got another one here, it seems to be very prominent, this sphere of a delicate kind of material that really needs to be looked after. It really needs to be nurtured. And if you think about yourself as being that kind of delicate nature, that if someone can say something or comment on something and it crushes your spirit, it crushes your enthusiasm for something, or it makes you feel like, I shouldn't be doing that anymore, I don't want to do that anymore, it's something to look at. Look at that. We've got the Empress. With the Empress, is definitely reclaiming yourself, reclaiming what you're working on, reclaiming why and how you're doing it. Not necessarily why as in like, why would they take that from me? Why am I doing this? Might not be so clear before, but if you just have that as an open-ended question, you're going to start seeing the benefits of the things that you used to do but you've let go of. So then that's going to give you an incentive and motivation to be more enthusiastic about those things you used to enjoy. So Knight of Wands with the Seven of Coins. Seven of Coins being, what are you planting right now? What are you putting your attention to? What are you focusing on to build? What are you focusing on to bring more prosperity, happiness, joy, all that to it? And making sure you're taking those small steps forward. Like I said, today, it just felt really, really appropriate to bring these in and start this process. I've been talking about certain things I want to do, and I know it seems like I don't do them, but I am working on them. I'm just human. Doesn't mean I'm not working on it. Right, so doing the best I can to bring what I can to you here. Five of Cups, Three of Wands. There's certain things that didn't work out. There's certain things that kind of flopped. There's certain things that were brought to an end prematurely, or there were certain things that, like I said before, a comment was made, or something was something happened, and it destroyed your enthusiasm. It destroyed your attention to something. It destroyed your connection with something that is beneficial to you and that was worthwhile you putting that attention in. So bringing in the energy of understanding that those things are spilt, those things have it's gone. It's something that you can't reclaim back exactly how it was. But the beauty of this is with the Emperor here, Empress, Sword, you bring it back now with an ignited kind of protection over it, with a greater sense of clarity of why you're doing it, with a deeper connection, knowing that I'm doing this because it's beneficial for me, not because I'm seeking someone's approval, not because I'm seeking someone's acceptance. I'm doing this purely because it's for me. This is going to give you a deeper connection with these things than you've ever had before. And it's not only going to give you that, it's going to give you a realization of all the things you were gaining from it before without actually noting it consciously. So the subconscious is going to start communicating this to the conscious, so that your connection to it this time is more, it's like tight, it's solid, it's more solidified, it's more tangible, it's more committed, like the devotion. And then you're able to remember the good things about it, and then just keep amplifying the focus on going forward, keep amplifying the what am I building, and then taking those necessary steps to keep building it, thought by thought, word by word, healing moment by healing moment, just really just going for it, building up that faith and trust in what you're doing. For some reason, I'm looking at it in this like, it's divine feminine. Did I say divine masculine? If I said divine masculine at some point, I'm sorry. It's divine feminine. I'm not sure why that's coming in. Okay, so this is this is part of your divine feminine. This is part of you connecting with more of your divine feminine energy, connecting with more of your divine feminine flow, acceptance, skills. Beautiful cards just dropped out. One moment. Foundation. Developing that foundation within self, developing that foundation that you have been working on for so long, and you somehow, for some reason, whatever it was, it's been taken, or you allowed it to just float away. You didn't understand exactly how important it was to you then, but now as you reconnect with it, you're going to have a new relationship with it. So in the honour of this, for those of you who do not want to hear the frequency, you can turn off the video in a second. So to let you know, one-to-one readings, 108gate@gmail.com, Reiki, 108gate@gmail.com. And so now, I know it sounds a bit choppy, but here we go. I'm going to do this. Ready? Peace and love.